Hello, beautiful people, and welcome to this episode of Two Girls, One Doc.
One Doc.
It's your girl, BD.
It is Forens the Foodie.
And we are back.
We're back with a surprise.
Surprise, surprise. Speaking of which, an episode ago or 2 episodes ago, someone was very convinced that Solar Black never released music. But it turns out that...
Who's the person that was convinced?
It was you.
I
tried
wasn't
to protect
convinced.
your anonymity.
I said... First of all, bitch, I said, I don't know, at the end of my statement. I was like, look, I'm not 100% sure.
There was an allegedly at the
Alleged.
end. So
please, that alleged is very important because when they release blind items on TikTok, they always say allegedly with no validity of truth. Because I can sue your ass, okay?
I mean, I don't think Silas gives a heck, but yeah, she has better albums. As in, there was like a, the ultimate. It was like the back in the day when they used to do
and
the
late
ultimate,
at night, and they'll be like, oh, you can own the collection of the ultimate 90s slow jams, and then it's like different, and there's a random woman singing, and the CDs are rolling around in the. Oh my god, what a time! Yeah,
but anyway, so yeah, that's why I brought up Cilla Black in it, because I just remembered that surprise thing.
Fair enough.
Are you drinking today? I am. I'm drinking. Are you?
I am.
Okay, you go first.
Clink. I'll do a clink to you guys. I'm actually randomly drinking Kylie Minogue rosé.
Kylie Minogue has rosé?
Yes. So this very ridiculous story about how I got this bottle of rosé. We were going for a baptism, and it was my husband's friend, and I am trying to not fall into the trap our mothers fell into where they become their husband's PAs. So I was kind of like, cool, I'm coming as arm candy. You handle...
Yeah, trophy wife.
You handle your shit. Got into the car. Oh, we don't have anything to take. I was like, oh, okay. Well, it's either...
he said that about you guys. You didn't have anything to take.
I was like, well, we're running kind of late. So he was like, oh, let's just stop. So I was like, okay, usually I would go in and like support, and I was like, no, I'm gonna sit in the car and be cute. So he went in, came out with a card that said congratulations on your baby. I was like, first of all, that is not the right card. Second of all,
so he got a bottle of wine for someone who's breastfeeding.
He got a bottle of rosé. To be fair, the man is his friend, but either way, I was like, this is not appropriate. Usually take like a Bible or something, like not.
I remember I went to go and see a friend of mine, and I hadn't seen them in ages. Yeah. And then it was around Christmas time, so obviously I take a bottle of mulled wine, and I go there only to discover that his wife is pregnant.
Oh, but he can drink it.
His partner's pregnant.
Actually, no, that's not the right thing to say.
I was like, oh, had I known, I would have brought Schler or something.
Had I known this was the occasion.
Something more appropriate. But yeah, I just don't know why you take a pregnant or recently birth-giving woman rosé. But I guess maybe it was for the guy. Maybe the guy can have the rosé.
Sorry, 1 second. My stomach was making gargling noises, and I feel like the mic's going to pick out.
What, is it allergic to the wine?
I don't know, but you'll cut it out.
Oh, we're cutting this out. Okay, so sorry.
No, we won't cut this out. We'll just... It was gurgling whilst you were talking, so you'll just edit if you can hear the sound.
How do you think... Actually, yeah, I can do that.
Yeah, because you edit if I'm not talking and
you're right. I can edit that bit out. Yeah, I can.
I feel like it would be my 13th reason if someone brought like wine to my baby's baptism.
Is it worse that it's Kylie Minogue wine? Does that factor in?
That's what's like. Kylie Minogue is very feminine to take to a man. Rosé, I wouldn't take a man rosé anyways.
That's what I was saying, the rosé part, not really the Kylie Minogue part.
No, rosé within itself is kind of feminine, but in the summer you can bring like a rosé to a barbecue. Nobody's gonna beat you up for that. That's fine.
You can do whatever you want at any time, but it's just,
But culturally or socially, it's acceptable to like bring a rosé.
It's not a faux pas.
Right, but like this is winter and and you're gonna hand this to a man, and then it's
not risen or set in days.
And then it's Kylie Minogue. I told him, leave that in the car. We're not taking that out. When we get there, we'll tell them we'll send them a gift. So that's how I acquired. I've actually been wanting to taste this for a while because I always find it quite interesting when celebs make drink.
Like collabs and that. So is it nice? Have you tried it already? Oh, it's your first time? First impression?
No, it's not my first.
Look at all this swishing and swashing around.
It's no...
What do you think this is? This is Kylie Minogue rosé, babe. Yeah.
It's no Whispering Angel. It's all right, but it's like it's a bit watered down. It's not bad.
Okay.
Like I'll drink it in a pub, but I'm not gonna order this at a restaurant.
Okay. I don't know if the restaurants will carry it, but
just to show you where it is on the spectrum.
I am drinking Mogu
sugar,
lychee flavor.
You're drinking sugar.
Is glucose not necessary for life?
But you get glucose from food. You don't need to.
Well, how do you know I haven't eaten today? Maybe this is my meal.
Then we have bigger problems.
Anyway,
Ariana Grande.
My favorite flavor, if Mogi Mogi are listening, my favorite flavor to date currently is strawberry. I like a lychee too. That's number 2.
Still yet to try this
if
drink.
You want to send me,
I'm still yet to try it.
I got so many. But I don't want to waste it on you because you're not gonna like it, and then you're just gonna be like, oh.
Why would you say I'm not gonna like it?
Even the way you just said, it's got so much sugar in it, that was filled with judgment.
No, but I'll taste it. I just don't like sugar anymore. I know, like, you can't tell.
That's what I'm telling you, because this is basically sugar in a cup.
Yeah, but I'll taste it. Like, if you give me a bottle, I'm gonna drink it. But I don't know. And what it does to your teeth. I went to my parents' house and we had like Sprite, but like Sprite doesn't have 0 sugar. It only 7-Up does. Sprite has like low calorie. So I was like, okay, well, it's better than nothing. I was just really craving like a lemony fizzy drink. And it was like, I could feel the sugar on my end. It's the sugar on my teeth I really don't like.
I hear you.
And
that's a valid thought.
Yeah, that is what actually does it for me. If I couldn't feel that there was sugar on my teeth, I'd probably be fine.
Maybe
but
you should just get retainers and you can drink it with retainers on.
I think that's the purpose of retainers. But that fuzzy feeling on your teeth, I can't, because I immediately want to brush my teeth, and most times you don't have access to it. It's all a mess.
And also, you're supposed to wait for a bit after you eat sugar to brush your teeth, because
otherwise it's just not for me. So sugar-free for me. But I will try like a bottle. Like, why not? Like,
not a bottle. We'll try a sip. Waste my
okay, portion. Sorry. I'll try a sip.
Why are we here today? What is it that we're covering today?
So we're actually covering the documentary that has now literally just
the name is like, it's called The Search for Instagram's Worst Con Artist, and I can't lie, like the name made me think that it was gonna be shit. Like the name and what I expected to see, they didn't align.
They didn't align. I had to read the synopsis, and then I was like, oh, okay, this actually looks interesting. And I'd heard rumbles of this story before, and I knew about the documentary, or the drama.
I watched Apple Cider Vinegar. I watched Apple Cider Vinegar. Huh?
Have you watched it?
Yeah, I watched it. I watched it before. I watched it as like just to watch something, and then it was like, based on a true story, and I was like, I'm gonna see if like there's a documentary about it, or actually I wasn't even gonna see if there's a documentary. I was gonna just see, like, go on Google and see where she is now, and then on Netflix it suggested this thing, and I was like, oh shit, there's a documentary about it.
Yeah. I actually can't now watch Apple Cider Vinegar because I've watched the documentary. I wish I'd done it the other way around. I feel like it's better to watch a drama and then be like, I want to find out more about the person. Kind of like the way you did it, and then you got the real story.
See how much creative license was taken.
Yeah, when you have the real story and then you go back and watch, it just seems like I've been here before and I've seen it in real time. I don't need to see this.
Yeah, fair.
So I'm struggling to watch the series, but we said that we were going to do 24 hours.
We didn't say anything. We didn't say a thing. We just said we're going to see what happens. So
this is This is what happened. So this is where we are. Surprise. Life's like a box of chocolates. You didn't know which one you were going to get, and here we are. So sorry.
But yeah, I mean, we're just doing the credits today about that. So if you've seen Apple Cider Vinegar, maybe you get the gist. If you've seen this documentary, then obviously, like, you know what I mean, you know what it's about. I enjoyed the documentary. I thought it was like really it like, you know how some documentaries they do like the social media things and the typing and the stuff like that. I liked that it was done really well. And then like the lower third, so like where it says who the person is, was hashtags, which I thought was like really cute. It was like it was on Twitter, so I really liked that.
It was
but
on
it also
brand.
did this thing that some documentaries do where it almost feels like the producers have fed them a line so that they can use it for like clip and promo. So like there was a bit where it was like, and that's when the House of Cards came crashing down, and it's like you just know that they didn't say that.
And then
like,
naturally,
like it was just like, okay, cool, we need something that's gonna grab that we can use for promo kind of thing. Yeah. And all those bits were used in like the first 5 minutes, which is the promo.
So surprisingly, my opinion on this documentary is going to be a first. This was a Netflix documentary I really, really enjoyed, and I felt like both episodes were necessary. I didn't at one point think, let's condense it into one episode. So
did you know about the story beforehand?
Yes, I was going to say I'd heard about it, but not in this much detail. So I'd heard of her, but I hadn't heard. So just a quick synopsis of what this documentary is, because we're here talking and you may not know anything. And I still would say go and watch it. Obviously, this is a credit, so we're not going to go into it in detail. But I think it's worth giving you a kind of breakdown. But I definitely think you should watch it because it's really interesting. So the documentary basically follows this woman called Belle Gibson who started like a blog called Whole Food. Was it? No, it was the Whole Pantry. The Whole Pantry, yes. And this is like really, really early on in like social media. So like Instagram was still where it was like that, the camera, the brown
logo,
camera.
the brown one, yeah.
So she was doing her thing, and basically she was saying online that the doctors are so surprised by her. She's an anomaly. She's healed herself from like brain cancer just with food. And obviously, like, people, like, this is a really grabby, anybody that's going through any sort of illness, like, even
if you're
vulnerable, even me, if I have a headache, I'm on Google, like, oh my God, like, today I had heartburn, I was Googling, how to get rid of heartburn, like, at home, because I didn't have, so anybody who feels an ailment will go and look for a natural way to heal things without the rigmarole of going to doctors and whatever.
And what more if it's a chronic illness or a long-term one, you're looking for community. You're looking
for a way to heal yourself. Like, you're looking for anything that's going to like save your life. Like, so they're all Googling, and then they find her, and she's talking about how she healed herself through all these natural foods. Like, and it's really like giving, like, the food is kind of giving like the equivalent of what I would say is today is all these people that are like raw vegans. Not to say they're healing themselves, but it's like that kind of food, like really wholesome, fresh, green, colourful, like minimal additives, preserved, like really, really whole, whatever. So she's saying all this, obviously she's building a community, and she just blows, like literally she blows.
Early on as well.
Literally early on. She has this deal with Apple, like this is how far she goes. She has a deal with Apple where like her app was going to be pre-downloaded on the Apple Watch. Like, that is insane. So just as I got this watch next to me, that's one of the apps that's there. That is mad. And then she had like a book deal with Penguin Books to release her cookbook.
She's from Australia as well.
Australia.
And it's not like Australia. It's not like it's like some podunk town or country. Like, Australia is a big, I mean, it's a big country and everything. But you often like see people kind of like get to this level of success in America.
Yeah.
Like, you normally see it from like an American view. Like all the scammy stories and stuff that we've heard in the past have been like Americans who are like, you know, or whatever. Or actually, Anna Delvey wasn't American. She operated in America. So
Americans, I love you. You know, you're our cousins across the pond. I know there's all this beef, but I personally love you. But you guys are, I think, because there's so many of you, then the pool is diluted where a lot of you are just too susceptible to being scammed. Because the scams I hear of going on in America, I don't hear these things in the UK. I don't know if we have better like systems or what it is, but they are so easily scammed in America. Like, I guess we have like love scams. There are a lot of British people that fall for the love scams.
I think everywhere has scams, but you also have to think about like the culture of the place. I feel like in America, Americans are a lot more open. They share a lot more. The shame seems to be a lot less there. So I feel like and Americans will come out and be like, "Oh yeah, this happened to me. Can't believe it." I feel like people be getting scammed in the UK, but one, our island is tiny, and two, I feel like people aren't really out there openly, you know, saying that this thing happened to them. And also, like you said, there's just far more people in America that, like, in terms of the number of people that are going to get, so obviously more, but I wonder in terms of the percentage of Americans that are scammed versus the percentage of us, I don't think it would be too dissimilar.
Do you not think?
I don't think so. I don't think so.
I feel like as well with America, the other thing, I was having this conversation yesterday, is that it's a really entrepreneurial country. So someone can come to you and they have like a business deal or something like that in America, and you're more likely to go for it because it's a country where things like that happen. In this country, they don't have the same glass ceiling that we have here.
Exactly. And I don't even want to say that they don't have a glass ceiling, because I know that there are barriers that like stop people from reaching success everywhere, here, there, wherever. But I just feel like here, it's just class is such a thing. Like, class is such a thing here. I don't feel like in America, like, there are the same levels of, or the same glass ceiling. Or maybe if there is, it's a little bit higher.
Or it's different limitations. But either way, So surprisingly, she's Australian. She reaches this height of success. It's crazy, blah, blah. And what's mad to me as well is that this is not the scam story of like Anna Delvey, where she's scamming, like, they were really wealthy people, but she's scamming individuals. I could not walk into Apple and be like, oh, put Two Girls One Doc as a preloaded app or whatever on Apple Watch.
On podcast. Yeah, it's insane.
It's insane.
It's just like, how did you get like? And this is the thing. So
nobody checked.
So this is the thing. So Penguin, she had a book deal with them. In the documentary, it said something about Penguin basically being like, listen, it was a recipe book and it was about recipes. So we weren't really trying to do up like, oh, are these things true? But what their stance is like, we're not selling this recipe book as a way to heal cancer. We're selling this recipe book as a book with recipes that people can use. And it's like, yeah, maybe on a technicality, but her whole vibe was these recipes have helped me to cure cancer.
Cure my cancer, yeah.
And with this, yeah, it's not even just like scamming, like monetary, like, oh, money. People are dying. Like,
people are dying because they're
stopping
their. What did it? Because I didn't watch it. So
in Apple Cider, and again, I think there was probably creative license, but there was one case of this girl who had cancer, and they said to her, babe, we need to do surgery, we need to amputate your arm, we need to do treatment, something. And she was like, no, I believe that, I believe I can cure it with whole foods or whatever. Anyway, her mum also has cancer, same thing. Mum dies. I think she dies in the end. It's very much like. I don't know if that part is true to life. They didn't mention any such person in the documentary, but it's just an example of like you're giving people hope and possibly making them like stop conventional treatment
medicine. Yeah. Do you know that the thing is that you're saying that like, oh, you weren't sure if it was true, which is they probably whatever, but the reality of the situation is there were probably situations like that. Like I can't imagine, God forbid, like
she had over 100,000 followers. Come on.
Yeah,
like,
I can't imagine, and this was back then. This is not even now, where like any Tom, Dick, and Harry can have 100k followers. Like I can't imagine if my loved one was dying of like cancer or whatever, and somebody's like, look, I had this crazy cancer and I cured myself and this is all I ate. I can't tell you, in that vulnerable state of mind, I wouldn't even encourage them to be like, do you know what I mean?
Or try it.
I mean, we now know anybody can go on the internet and say anything. I remember telling my sister like, oh yeah, like I heard blah 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 and like you should try this, and she was like, where did you hear it? TikTok. And I was like, yeah, but like it was a doctor and he was wearing a white jacket. And listen, she was like, girl.
The problem, yeah, with social media, yeah, is that people don't consider the source. I feel like if people just consider the source, how reliable is this source? Like they don't. They just you see one video. People don't even go into the comments to look for whatever.
Validity of truth.
People don't even finish videos before they start typing. Like, so it's easy. I feel like it's very easy to scam people.
I also think the other thing is, at least for me, because I know that I'm most likely to join a cult, so ergo I could easily be scammed. Like if I was in my mum's generation, by now they would have taken all my savings and I'd have lost my property, because I could easily be scammed. No, but think about it. Those generations, they didn't grow up with social media. So if you didn't grow up with social media and you're going online and you're seeing all these, think about all the WhatsApp forwards we get from them. I know for me personally, I would easily be susceptible. The only reason I haven't been scammed is because I come from a generation that's very like social media, tech savvy, whatever. So you hear of all the scams people are running.
Yeah, but they're getting more creative though.
Yeah, true. But I just think if I wasn't, I would have been. But either way, I think with me, like when I go on social media and I see stuff, I say to myself, well, when I pick up my camera and I make a TikTok, I'm not telling anything that's beyond the truth or my like opinion or understanding of something to be true. So I kind of operate with, like everyone's doing that. Like, why would you call yourself a doctor if you're not? And I actually had to take a step back and be like, anybody can create an account and say anything. TikTok does not go to search if that is a doctor. TikTok does not. Anybody can say anything.
Yeah, you can be who you want online.
And record a video and you just believe. So I think, but I think with this case as well, what was worse about it is the fact that she had, again, major corporations backing her. So you think to yourself, okay, well, surely it can't be a lie if Apple is endorsing her. Surely it can't be a lie.
And that's why it's dangerous. Like, that's why, like, these companies, corporations, whatever, like, you have to do your due diligence, because it's like you're giving her validity.
Yeah. And
I mean, look at their medical companies, but like if they believe in this app, and I guess people would try, like Penguin did, try and separate it and be like, okay, yeah, but it's just an app about health. Like, we're not saying this, but you know what the connotation is.
You know what it is
when you partner with someone whose whole brand is, I have brain cancer. They told me I have 3 weeks. It's 6 years later, I'm still alive. I'm sorry. Yeah. What's special? And you don't even look. You don't even commit to the bit. Like, you don't even look like
she
you're
looks
sick.
Healthy. She looks stunning, healthy as hell, glowy skin, everything like.
And then there's another thing that somebody said, and they were like, "Wow, like I was doing conventional treatment, and I was looking at her doing natural, and she looks amazing." And I'm thinking, why am I doing this to myself? Like, I should be on this. It's fake. It's all fake. She doesn't even have the cancer that you're treating.
Fugazi. But
Hey.
yeah, so long story short, like, obviously people start to raise questions. She's lied about her whole life. And then, like, the second episode focuses a lot on her family. So, like, her brother comes out, her stepdad was moving mad. The way he was talking about her mum, I was like, that was your wife, and she's dead.
Wife? Like,
and she's dead. Like, I'm not saying that you can't speak the truth of the dead. I do believe you should, but there was just no need, especially because she's not here to defend herself, and that's your wife.
Were they married when she died? Because it's given ex-husband.
I don't know, but I assumed so because I think they were, because he says that they were together till she died. I think so.
Oh, fine, okay.
But yeah, like, I feel like Belle definitely had a rough childhood. That was the vibe that I got. For some reason, at 13, she was living with a random man on her street.
Down the street, right?
That is insane. Like, let's talk about that. I definitely think Belle had a very rough childhood. There's something about her kid, because they don't even mention...
They don't mention her kid at all, did they?
They don't mention the kid. They don't mention her baby
daddy.
They do on
the show.
Oh, do they? The documentary, they mentioned that she has a kid.
Well, they just mentioned it because that scene where where they showed that as well in the thing, where she has like a seizure at a party, and then her friend is obviously like, oh my God, I'm going to call the ambulance, and she rises from the seizure. Like, no, I don't believe in.
And that's when her friend was like, something is wrong. Because I would have been like, you fucking liar at the party. What do you mean you're having a seizure? And then I'm like, oh, let me call, and suddenly the seizure disappears
right away.
It doesn't work like that.
You're even with it that you can be like, yeah, I don't want an ambulance. That's not how it goes, babe. I feel like we shouldn't be afraid to ask questions, because like, this is how people lie. Like, people are banking on you feeling uncomfortable with like verification or with, whatever. And it's like, babe, I don't want to be that girl, but like, this is kind of weird. Like, sure?
Yeah, this is crazy. Okay. Yeah.
The doctor that she said she went to see was called Dr. Phil.
Nobody saw that as a red flag.
Dr. Phil apparently was actually a real doctor. Dr. Phil was a real doctor. Dr. Phil, the guy who diagnosed her with cancer, Mark Johns or John Mark or something like that, he couldn't be found.
Yeah, because it doesn't exist.
Huh?
Because it doesn't exist.
Yeah, the limit doesn't exist. But Dr. Phil, like, was a person, apparently.
He was a person, but he's not a person that's interacted with her. Just like Dr. Phil's a person that's on a TV show. Like, let's all be guided and not misguided.
Golly.
And then she said he brought some box and then in her house.
Yeah, to diagnose her.
And then he disappeared.
She had to explain away the lack of medical tests.
Literally, and then he disappeared. But okay, this man diagnosed you with brain cancer and disappeared. You did not say within yourself, oh my God, like, this is crazy. Let me get a second opinion. Even if I went to a reputable doctor now and they diagnosed me with brain cancer, I'm gonna go to multiple sources.
Yeah, because she was so happy to have this diagnosis. She was so happy. It's like, some people are just so happy for bad things to happen to them, because then they're a victim, or then they can really hold on to the thing and be like, oh my God, woe is me. It's like, if somebody said to me, I have brain cancer, I would be like, I will go to every doctor until one tells me that I don't, and I will hold on to that one.
If someone diagnosed me with any sort of cancer, I look at them and say, you're wrong. You're wrong. That the Igbo auntie and me will come out and be like,
I'll be like, but did you spell my name correctly? Because that's not my name.
Yeah, I'll be like, no, that's not.
Check again.
I'll be like, that's not my diagnosis. The God I serve is not my diagnosis. I'm so sorry.
I'll be like, I need to find somebody else.
I'm absolutely so sorry. The God I serve wouldn't be my portion. So let me just leave now. Like, do you know what I mean? I'm not gonna be like, oh my God, this is. Do you know what I mean? Like,
I think she saw it as like a way to capitalize. This is so funny because I just finished watching this series on Netflix. Yeah, it's called Sick Note. Have you seen it?
Oh my God, I started yesterday and I was like, this isn't really gripping.
It's 2 seasons. It's so stupid. I love it.
So should I watch it?
I finished it already. I used it as like a background show. If I'm brushing my teeth, if I'm like putting the laundry out, like that kind of thing, I watched it. But it's one of them ones where it's a background show, but I would like make sure I could see my phone so that I could like watch it.
Sorry, randomly, that guy's in it. Don't Jealous Me.
Yeah, Tony Lope. Don't Jealous Me.
Yeah. And it's kind of like, you went from that to nothing.
What do you mean? He went from what to nothing?
As in he was As in he was on TV. YouTube. I never knew that he was on like actual TV.
Yeah, I never knew that either. I was really surprised to see him there.
Yeah, so I would have thought, okay, that would be your platform to then further acting, but he's still like just making. I'm not knocking anyone's hustle, but usually like when people enter that way, I was just surprised that like, I never knew you were in any sort of mainstream TV.
I was so shocked to see him there. But
yeah.
Also, like the show, so it's 2 seasons, but it ends on like a cliffhanger. So maybe it was cancelled or something. Like maybe it wasn't like renewed.
Was he in the second season?
That would be giving away the plot.
Okay, so sorry. Okay, do you know, I'm going to go back and watch it. I don't know, I was just like, I'm not feeling this yesterday.
I just bring it up because like it's about him pretending to have cancer. So it was just
No,
really
I got
fitting.
that. I deduced that much because they gave a lot away in the
Yeah, it was
synopsis.
just really fitting. But yeah, it was just such a stupid show. I really love like a dumb British show. With,
Did you
like,
ever
dry
watch The
British
Job
humour.
Lot?
Yeah, I did. I finished it.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah. I just love shows like that. Like
Yeah,
they're
me
just
too.
so like quintessentially British.
Quintessentially British.
But yeah, I enjoyed it. I finished it today. I was like, damn, what am I gonna do now?
Okay, I'll watch it because if you liked it, I'll like it. So I will actually give it a go. But yeah, I think obviously spoiler alert, she's lying and she gets found out. But the thing I think that was really ridiculous to me about all of this is kind of like she came up in a time where the market wasn't so saturated.
Yeah.
So she literally could have put out a cooking book or like a cooking space and said, oh my God, this food has really nourished my soul. Like even if you turn around and said like, yeah, I'm healthier, I'm leaner, people would, that's not crazy. Nobody, you don't need stats to say that.
That's where the mental health illness comes in.
And that's what I'm saying, that I honestly think she's a psychopath.
Yeah,
because after that she goes and infiltrates some Ethiopian whatever.
Oh, okay. So
it's giving.
We've skipped a lot. When the show made it, they dramatized it a lot more than the documentary did, but the point was the same. So it was kind of like journalists being like, all right, cool, she's lying about having cancer, yeah? How do you prove someone has cancer? That might not go down well. She has a lot of supporters, blah, 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 blah. Then it was kind of like, all right, cool, we can go on the whole charity fraud side.
Yeah.
Because you're getting all these donations, all this money, but you're not actually giving them to the charities. Let's lead with that. We can swing the cancer stuff in round the back and, Trojan horse it kind of thing, yeah? So they go on with that. They say that she owes, because she's found to like not be giving the money, like donating the money as planned. Yeah, there's even one couple who have like a boy. His name is Joshua, I think. He's 7, and he actually has a brain cancer, a brain tumor, and he's terminal. And so she's like, okay, all the sales of my app this week are going to go towards Joshua. Spends a lot of time with the family. They think when all this comes out that she's trying to just like learn what the symptoms are and like be able to like whatever. And they never get their money. Ever. They never get their money.
Yeah.
Which is insane. And then the courts basically
nasty work.
She has to nasty work. She has to pay back $410,000, yeah, in fines, okay? And she never pays it back. This is what I'm saying. This is why I said that time we did the footballer scammer documentary, yeah? I'll link it below. These people are scamming. You just scam and live your life. She's living her life. She then went to go and do white savior in Ethiopia.
That Ethiopia thing was giving. What's that woman that went from India to Dubai?
Oh, apparently
she's arrested. India. Was it Pakistan?
Pakistan.
Oh yeah,
It's
Pakistan.
about the New York woman.
Yeah.
Apparently that's it's baby mum from Black Ink Crew. But apparently that's what someone said. But I haven't been able to verify if that's the truth. But if it is, what a crossover, fam! What a crossover.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. She's not. I mean, apparently she's not. Her child came out and was like, she's not all there. But okay, you're saying that. How did she board a flight from New York to get to Pakistan? What is going on? What is going on in the House of Comms? Like that is what it. That is what I'm fucking thinking. She went, and do you know what? I just feel like when I die, God is going to ask me what I did with the life he gave me, because I obviously am not looking for means to make money enough. Do you know how and sometimes in this life here, I actually feel like you just need to be ballsy and delusional, and we've said this before, but you do, because to board a flight to go, I wouldn't even board a flight to go to Nigeria and start telling the Nigerian government to give me money. Well, like, and that's my mother country, right? Motherland.
I would argue that that's probably a harder task.
Probably not though. You're a woman. If you're hot, politicians will give you money any which way anyways. Well, so maybe I need to make better demands with a low cut top.
Need to be doing. What's this podcast? What's all this podcasting then?
What's all this yapping?
Going abroad to ask governments for money, but they didn't give her money, did they?
Somebody must have given her, but they were given. She was getting a lot of VIP treatment, staying in. She had like a police commissioner or something.
But can that pay her bills? Can it?
My dear, I don't know. But either way, when I go on holiday, when I travel and I come home, I'm poorer. So she left not really poorer. And somehow she had enough money to go to Dubai. Yet, granted, they've locked her up there because I don't know what the hell she thought. Dubai don't play those games.
So why is she not in Dubai in jail?
Apparently she's in prison in Dubai.
Well,
Dubai will lock you up for farting in the wrong place. So why she thought she could
go
there?
You can play with that country, man.
That is not a country to be played with.
I don't know how to play with that country.
But yeah, I just feel like this whole Belle thing, she's a pathological sociopath. Like,
Sociopath or psychopath?
both of them. Both. She is frightening.
I don't remember the difference, but something is amiss.
I don't feel like had she had a different childhood, the outcome would have been any different.
Because she has a brother, right? And the thing is,
I always wanted a brother.
I'm not saying that they had, because, you know, children can live in the same house and have different experiences. She's a girl, he's a boy. She lived with the old man. I don't know that he lived with the old man. So everyone had different experiences. But even her brother just seemed so hurt by the whole situation. Like, rah, like,
because it's mad. Like, it's actually mad. Like, even like, I get it, because even now, like, me and my sisters are mad cool. Me and my parents, we all were like Brady Bunch. But if my sister says something sideways about my mum and I'm not in a period of beef with my mum, I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna be angry. Do you know what I mean? And we're a normal family. What more, like, this fractured family, and then you're chatting shit, making up lies about. It's going to drive you crazy. And also making up lies about him. She was like, oh, like, he said I was autistic. That bit was a bit funny to me in the documentary. He was like, oh yeah, she said I was autistic. I was never autistic. Yeah, I was a bit slow. And I was like,
he basically was like, yeah, like, I was a bit weird in that, but like, I wasn't autistic.
Yeah, like don't take it too far. Like, don't have to label me.
Who are you to diagnose?
I was just like, this is so funny. But yeah, like, it was really, really sad. It's fortunate. And also it just shows that, like, in this life, just be a white woman. Because With audacity, because when all was said and done was all, because nothing happened to her. It was all, everybody yapped, oh, you owe this money. She never paid it. She's living her life. I feel like this kind of person thrives on attention, whether it's good or bad. Like, I don't think that they really She's care. In a relationship now. Like, as far as I'm concerned, she came out on top. Yeah. And this will not be the last of her. Now, with all this stuff going on, she's going to come out and something else. It's a shame because, like, people said that the app was really, really good, like, well designed, and it worked really well, and like the recipes. Just like, why couldn't you just put? Clearly, you have something. Like, clearly, there's something there. Yeah. You have some skill. You have some talent. You have some. You know what I mean? So why? Why evils? Why evils? Honestly, I feel like it's kind of like Anna Delvey. Like, she's been on Dancing with the Stars and this and that. And do you know what? When it comes to her, I don't cry because she scammed rich people. Yeah. Ain't got nothing to do with me. I stay out of rich folks' business. Yeah. Rich white folks' business especially. That's nothing to do with me. But I feel like her, like with Belle, she's going to come back. And she's going to have a platform. This is the age of infamous people having platforms. If she's smart, she'll do it now. Not that the hype is... Yeah, she should make a TikTok. She will make hella money. And she should just lean into it. I mean, look, I'm not supporting what she did, but I'm just telling you the playbook. She needs to just lean into that shit. She will make money. But all in all... It's a crying shame, I tell ya. A crying shame. I would recommend watching the documentary, and obviously you probably would recommend the series, but watch the series first. Yeah, it's alright. Like, it was just one of those things where we were like, alright, cool, we've got a weekend, we're not doing anything, let's just watch something. Yeah. So, watch the series first, I think, then watch the documentary. I think it's difficult to watch a series after you watch the documentary. The documentary was an easy watch. You can watch it on 1.3 and it will still sound normal. Yeah, it was good. Yeah. Okay. What next? Ready for the spoiler? Yeah, we're doing an episode of 24 Hours in Police Custody. I love that show. It's a really good episode. I literally was like, oh my God, it's scandalous. It's scandalous. I love that show. I think I've watched all the episodes now. Really? Do you watch it? I don't really watch it like that. I watch it. Because do you know what it is? It's just ridiculous. I think it's just so funny. Like the way... that we're doing that, because the way we talk about the UK police as well, it's just like love. And that's why I watch it, because it's like, you guys are just jokers. Like, it just further affirms the fact to me that a lot of police crime in the UK is only solved when the answer is right in front of them. Like, I've watched a lot of the episodes and I struggle to see the true detective. This actually makes sense. This makes your views make sense. I'm like, this is why she feels so strongly about it, because you're watching these shows. Yeah, because I struggle to see the real detective work a lot of times that they do. Like, the answer has to, and could it be because they're condensing it into a 45-minute episode? Maybe. Could it be? But this doesn't just apply to this case. Think about the cases where there's limited to no evidence in the UK. It has not been solved. They have not been solved, sorry. In the UK, there has to be CCTV camera that shows that the person is holding up 4K. A note of their address, and then they take a selfie like this with today's newspaper, and then they can solve it. Like, and this is not... America has its own flaws, don't get it twisted, but, like, you listen to things and you actually hear of them solving, like, cold cases 20 years later. Even Australia, like, they are looking up the Beaumont or whatever kids. Like, that was police detective work that's been going on for 50 something years.
Yeah.
In the UK, it's just kind of like, oh, okay. I mean, in fairness, we found out who Jack the Ripper is, but like, yeah, I mean, that's something. But yeah, I don't know. But I find the show really funny, and it's not all the cases are not funny. Some of them are a bit like, oof, like this is quite sad. But
yeah, like serious or sad.
Yeah, but
So
I just find
it so weird. Like, anyway, I'm talking too much. I'll reserve my thoughts for the.
I'll give my thoughts then as well.
But yeah, there won't be a trailer because like I don't really know how to trailer it. Like, it just.
There's no trailerization of this.
Yeah, it's just right straight in there. You know.
Straight in there, no lube.
We almost made it a whole episode, but no.
No, we couldn't. I had to be me.
Well, yeah. So what is that everything? Have you got all your thoughts off about Belle Gibson?
I do. Yeah, I really enjoyed the documentary. It was.
Yeah,
good.
I did too. I just the title was so shit that I thought the documentary was also going to be shit. It's like one of those like Channel 5 like quick shoddy put together Willy Wonka type documentaries. But
this was it was a good healing documentary from the man that was in the forest with the bears.
Oh yeah, I forgot about him.
I cannot.
I forgot about him.
Yeah, he's imprinted in the worst way. But yeah,
R.I.P. in that.
I'm healed.
Okay, good. I'm glad. Look at you glowing. What's it? Yes. Well, that's it then. I guess
that's it.
Till next time, you can find us everywhere: Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube. 2 Girls 1 Doc. On TikTok, we are 2 Girls 1 Doc Podcast. And yeah, that's it. Oh, where can they find you? Do you want to be found?
Yeah, find me Florence the Foodie on Instagram and TikTok.
On Instagram and TikTok. All right, cool. Well,
randomly, I just remembered ages ago. Sorry, I had someone made a fake profile of me on Instagram.
Wait, what? When was this?
This was like a good few years ago.
Before COVID or after COVID?
Before COVID.
Okay.
And I don't know if that page is still up. It just hit me.
Was the name? Was it your name? Was it trying to pretend to be you? Or was it a different name but your picture?
I honestly can't remember, but I remember saying, can everyone report this page, please?
I kind of feel like I vaguely remember this, but I don't know if it's because you said it now. I'm like imagining it happening.
But I just feel like I'm not hot enough for that. So whatever you were trying to catch, whatever flies you were trying to catch with my honey, probably weren't going to get many.
I just think that the thoughts of using someone's picture for a profile is just insidious. Like, whatever
it definitely is insidious.
Like, they might be scamming.
Yeah, they might be scamming, and then next time someone's going to pour acid on my face.
There's different types of things.
That's true.
Did you say acid on your face?
Yeah, thinking that I'm the one that scammed them.
Oh.
You were meant to say, oh, girl, you are so hot. People are definitely using you for love scams.
I need you to get that from within. Okay, girl. I've told you how I feel about you. So I need you to get that from within.
Yeah, but randomly I just remembered that because I was like, the other day I was thinking, I actually don't know if that page is down and someone is could still be using me. But the truth is that once your picture is out there, anyone can use you for anything.
It's anything. But do you know what I find is so crazy? Yeah, like as we get older, is that like we've been adults for a long time now that like things have happened in our adulthood that we can like forget. Do you get what I mean? Mm-hmm. Before, when we were like maybe like 20s and stuff, yeah, like 10 years ago you were teenagers or you were kids, so it was kind of like, oh yeah, now it's like I've been an adult for a long time now. It feels like that. It's like I'm even forget people that I even met in adulthood I've forgotten.
I know, because I remember I was telling you something that happened in college and you had no recollection, and this is a major thing. I'm
scared for me because my memory is like, how many like the decades I have yet to experience I remember. But that's why I vlog everything.
I was going to say, luckily, literally was about to say it was like, luckily you document everything, so you can't forget.
Life, so fortunately.
Yeah. But
otherwise, whew.
Yeah, that's crazy.
What was it that you told me that I didn't remember?
You have to edit it out.
Okay.
Okay, guys. Bye.
Anyway, yeah. Bye.